Hey y'all, how you doing? This is your hopefully one day future weather person, Nathan Lyanis. Uh, so what I want to show you is we do have a share screen. We actually do have a slight, no, a marginal risk today for severe weather across western Wisconsin, majority of Iowa, and we also have an enhanced risk too. So let me show you that really quick, and see what's kind of going on radar too. So what we're doing are we're going on weather.gov. So as you can see, it's a pretty busy map. Out west, we have fire, weather watches, warnings, stuff like that. Severe thunderstorm watches from northern Iowa, southern Minnesota, even 2 or 3 counties in northwest Wisconsin, and also a tornado watch across the Omaha metro area. Um, Now, what is the risk for today? Now, the risk for today is basically actually they have a really good write up here. Um, so the right from SPC to the enhanced risk across the Omaha, Nebraska, Des Moines, Iowa, Council Bluff, Iowa, Ames, Iowa, West Des Moines, Metro, Iowa. Now, this is for very large hail up to 3 inches long. Oh, no, sorry. 3 inches in diameter. Now let me show you what 3 inches hail size diameter diameter. Now let me actually show you the shoot. Let's go image because I think 2 to 3 inch hail shows you a lot. So what we're talking about, we could be looking at today. If my computer decides to work, it is dying right now. It's at like, wow, this is how you even expand this, bro. That's crazy. You expect me to see this? Nah. All right. Show me the goddamn pictures. All right. Okay. Oh shit. So we're talking about. Wow. My computer's going crazy. 2 to 3 inches. We're talking about baseball size hail, basically, or even slightly larger, which is quite significant if you have crops out there, especially in Des Moines, Des Moines area, especially across the Great Plains. You gotta need to watch out for that, just because that can damage your cars and your crops. Because hail is one of the most basically significant hail or no significant type costliest events that there is beside tornadoes and floods. They can be costly. So that so let's go back to where we're going. Then then slight risk for most of eastern Iowa, northern Iowa, southern Minnesota, and then marginal risk elsewhere. What's that for? 5% tornado risk. There's a 5% tornado risk across the Omaha metro area. A 15% wind risk across that same area. But this is the big thing, the hail. The hail is basically going to be one of the biggest threats today. Now we also do have a threat tomorrow for um tomorrow too. And this is for my area across Wisconsin, Michigan, basically from the Midwest to Ohio Valley to um, Oklahoma area, for all modes being possible with it, even a low 5% across the Oklahoma El Reno area. But this is going to be one of the biggest threats. Wind and hail is going to be the biggest threat for us, with a small outdoor chance of a tornado. So that's today's and tomorrow's threats. Now let's look at the future radar, what that's going to look like. Pivotalweather.com. We're going to do short-term radar because like the RAP and HRR, because that can actually show you like what the short-term weather is. Shoot, models. HRR 20. We're doing 21Z. Alright, or 22Z actually. Changed my mind. I believe for right now I'm getting might do date do tomorrow too. We'll see. Um we'll see how I feel. But Midwest, we're gonna go to, this is what it's looking like right now. Composite reflectivity. That shows you kind of like this what's going on right now. Do I think this has a okay area of, yeah, because there are cells firing up in eastern um I sorry no eastern Nebraska area, so I think it's doing overall pretty good job. There's also a line across northern southern Iowa, southern Minnesota, northern Iowa. That's kind of developing. That's gonna move west to east. Tonight we could get some, looking like tonight into tomorrow we could get some pretty good storms from the cluster that's going through um Iowa. You know, especially like once these storms develop across northern Iowa and parts of Nebraska, when they move east, they're gonna probably bring some big hail, could be damaging winds. As you can see, like these are pretty good clusters. What time? I'm gonna go local really quick, especially for Wisconsin. Um, but if there's any people in here, let me know down below. Definitely, I'll definitely let you know. Um, but if there's any comments, just let me know. Um, Customization, yeah. All right, so this is what. So this is right now. We probably won't get anything too much. We might get some rain, but look at that's. Oof. I wish I can just play radar. So storms might develop around 11 p.m. across central Wisconsin. We'll see. But we're watching really around, I believe, one. Ah, what are you doing, bro? The internet. Mm, gonna try to show you when the most intense areas are going to come. This is about 7 a.m. They want chunkers that's coming through southern Wisconsin. We'll see if that happens, but if that happens, you're going to definitely get some big hail out of that. Around 7 a.m. That's a little. Those could be pretty loud too. You won't be surprised to hear reports of golf balls in there. So we'll definitely see what happens. But we could definitely get some rain.
Hey Nate,
Yeah?
what are you doing?
Just talking on the computer. Why?
Huh?
Talking on the computer. Yeah. What would you like?
I just know I wanted to shoot the shit about your garden.
Huh? Oh yeah.
You saw that?
Oh yeah. I think it should rebound overall.
Huh?
Hopefully it should rebound. Especially like probably like after the next couple of days. Hopefully. Yeah.
You should never put that blanket over,
No, I didn't. It was before that when I saw that
Oh,
when there was no blanket and stuff.
oh, hey.
Oh, just my I'm just doing a live thing really quick. So yeah. So what else? Oh yeah. So let's see. Midwest. Again. This is tonight. Short term 22Z. Let's see what they want. Put out some chunkers across our area. Uh, well, the wrap can be a little deceiving. The reason I don't like the wrap so much is just because it can be so deceiving in what you could get. But I do think at least there's a chance that we can get some storms. Some may have hail. Let me see. The thing that I'm going to be looking at mostly is the lapse rates. Um, the lapse rates throughout the night. Like, look at Iowa. Moderate lapse rate right here. Probably gonna get higher throughout the night too. So that's probably why we could probably get some pretty good hail across Wisconsin if storms do develop. So that's something that we do have to watch. Um, Total liquid precip will be around tenth of inch, half inch, tenth of inch, depending on where you are, where the heaviest storms go. Same with the let me see what the HRR wants to produce. Tenth of an inch, depending on where the heavier storms go, you could get about an inch, but I would say generally half inch to an inch. So overall, that's for tonight. Actually, tomorrow we do have a threat of storms. The question is, what is gonna happen? So overall, it's gonna warm up tomorrow, potentially in the 60s. That cold front's gonna come through. The question I have is storms gonna develop, and is there gonna be a cap in the atmosphere? There could be, which that means there could be like a lid that prevents it from going bazonkers, or there may not be no cap. We'll see. It's gonna be a bang or bust it's gonna be either a bust or a bang situation, which I don't know what's gonna actually happen. To be honest, tomorrow I think it's gonna be a really tricky one, just because if you know you're damn that you do, you're damn that you don't get storms tomorrow. I would say, but you all have 65 dew points in the 60, 70 temperature. I mean, that's overall, I would say, pretty good overall. I mean, you're probably gonna have at least maybe some type of surface-based storms. I would think out there, 60s, 10-degree difference or closer that you are to the temperature and dew points are probably the more possible that there's that you might have. um oh shit, what are you doing over here, bro? Okay, court. Of course my computer likes to do this. I wish I had a mouse. Okay, now stop. 1,300 joules of MU cape. That does happen. You're gonna get moderate lapse rates, which you could probably be talking maybe another area of significant hail across southeast Wisconsin, northern Illinois, um, Michigan, depending on if storms do fire. If storms do fire, you're probably going to be at least looking at maybe an isolated significant hail or winds, unsure, but we'll see what happens. Interesting enough, there is a 3 on a effective layer STP SYN for tornadoes. So we'll see if a tornado threat does get realized across northern Iowa, northern Illinois, and southeast Wisconsin. Um, that would be actually very interesting to see if that actually happens. Of course, you're looking at the future. What future? What looking at future radar does, it tells you a predictability. Now looking at future radar, sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. And guess what? It can be 50-50. But I do have to say that at least something may come up. Um, so now let's see what happens. Do want to bring in some storm probably tonight. Maybe isolated, so we'll see. Then tomorrow, if they break the cap, they can. Now let's see, storm to try and form. Wow, you see a storm are trying to form, but they just can't bust through that cap. If they can, you can probably get some pretty good storms out there. But that's gonna be really hard to do if that's gonna be a solid cap, So I probably have to say it's probably gonna be a bang or boom situation. Um, Again, like let's look at this really quick. 65 temperatures. All right, that's pretty good. Uh, right now it's cloudy out. Base light wind from the south. I can actually show you my weather station when I'm done here. 65 dew points. So I mean, there's gonna be at least some surface-based element. The question is, can we get the storms to bust through the cap? So NAM 3KM says it's gonna be really hard. The what would you say? Um, this has some instability coming into southern Wisconsin, around 1,000 joules. That's pretty decent. 1,300. If you can at least get 1,000, that's actually fairly okay. I'd say 2,000 moderate lapse rates, mostly big hailers. 62 shear might get an isolate tornado threat with this one. Um, so question I have, oh man, it's predicting these type of things, especially because I've been doing like write-ups, so it's not my first go around with weather. It's hard to know if storms are going to actually break through that cap. Um, the cold front has to be strong enough. This too has um, no storms breaking the cap. Let's see what the HRR is trying to do. Sometimes the HRR can be a little bullish, so I do have to realize that maybe it might not be right. So, um, I mean, there's some storms in southeastern Wisconsin. There'd probably be some big healers too, but like I said, two out of the three I looked at, there's a bus situation. One has at least some storms, so I really do think that um I really do think it's probably not gonna be the most. Tomorrow I think it's gonna be a really hard one because it's gonna be storms could just blow up like that and become strong and severe, or you could just have clear skies, temps in the 60s, like mid upper 60s, and then dew points in the 60s, and guess what? You're basically, and then cold front comes through and you don't get nothing. Let's look at wonder. Let's look at my weather underground weather station. Got my weather station hooked up to weather underground, so I can give you guys like so I can A, look at it myself, and B, have fun with it. Oof. So my profile, right? Welcome back. Thank you. My device. Okay, now it's logging in. Great. Okay. Police pursuit. Great. Oh, there we go. Needs weathers. Yeah, that's probably me. Should be checking on a tornado situation in Nebraska, a severe thunderstorm, but okay. Now we are rolling. All right, right now temps in the 56 with dew points up in the 40s. wind is east southeast, which is coming off the lake. Um, so that's kind of been keeping us cool, and plus we've been having clouds. Here's our 3 hour. This goes in 3 hours, so from 12 to 3, 3 to 6. And you can see there's been a gradual increase in dew points, and that's probably just gonna go throughout tonight into tomorrow. This is gonna be from the dry side to the moist side tomorrow. Um, Wind's been pretty steady. Low pressure is coming through, so you can see how that low pressure is coming downwards. Um, and then table. This has been what's kind of going on. So 65 temperature was our high today, and our low was 34. My plants kind of got screwed. Um, what was it? Last night, but the other day we got down to like the upper 20s, and I didn't cover my cold weather crops, and they froze. Hopefully they come back, but that teaches you something. If you know it's going to at least get down or near there, near or below freezing, just cover your plants, because you don't want to be like me and forget it. Others are reporting the same temperature, 56, so that's pretty much an average. Our forecast is 56 degrees with a southwest wind around 4 miles an hour with gusts around 7. Much warmer tomorrow. Um, Here's the Milwaukee station almanac. Um, but I want to show you. Oh wait, is it? No. Tonight, okay, this is where we go. Okay, tonight, variable clouds with thunderstorms, south winds around 10-20 miles an hour. Tomorrow, scattered thunderstorms, a few storms may be severe. That'll probably be, I would say, in the afternoon. Southwest winds around 10 to 15 miles an hour. Um, and yeah, so that's kind of what the forecast is for the short term. Point 0.6 tomorrow, today, point 0.6 of rain, 0.17 tomorrow if we get thunderstorms. Or we might get, no, really, it's telling me I'm watching myself. I don't think I'm watching myself, not that I know of. Unless if I accidentally hit Facebook. But, cool. I don't know if how I'm watching myself. That's a little nitwit, but okay. So yeah, that's been kind of what's going on overall in terms of weather world. Um, so overall, let's go recap everything tonight. Depending on where you are, you might get some thunderstorms. Some may be strong, severe, mainly hail wind. Tomorrow would be interesting. We could either have a bus situation or storms, 50-50 chance. Um, and then the next, I think, several days, five, uh, I'm gonna say 5 days. I'm gonna go my act right really quick. This is actually, I'm gonna show you really quick. This is actually my weather station, my app for my weather station. Pretty cool. I kind of like it. So Saturday 55, Easter 48 with rain. It's gonna be rainy Sunday and Monday. And then Tuesday 65 and 68. So it's gonna be in the 60s pretty much the whole 5-7 day stretch. So it's actually gonna be pretty decent. So yeah, overall pretty steadily warm overall. I will be downloading this video and putting it up on all platforms. So then if you weren't here, um, if you weren't here to watch it today, that's totally alright. Then you have get to like have a rewatch, and if you have any comments like how it improves stuff like that, just let me know. Overall, I hope you guys have a wonderful night and peace, and I love you all. Now let's end the stream, right? Are you sure you want